Disclaimer. For this project, I decided to do something a little different. This song is not in English, it's in Korean. But I've taken the time to put the lyrics up on the video, which took forever by the way, and I've done my best to make this as entertaining as possible, while also being informational. Okay, sit back, relax, and enjoy this absolute masterpiece.
움직여봐 이끌린 발이랬어 눈떠 너의 소리를 들어봐 넌 뭘 원해 난 네가 몰랐던 걸 알게 할 더 원하게 될 테니 더 천천히 너를 애태우게 할 한계 없이 더 빠져들고 싶게 할 널 심해 및 그 고요를 깨운 날 더 원하게 될 테니 더 타오르게 된 넌 더 원
Alright, before I dive into this analysis, here's some background info on who the heck Taemin is. Lee Taemin is a member of the South Korean pop group SHINee. He began releasing solo music in 2014 and has been working on solo projects as well as group projects ever since. Taemin grew up watching and listening to Michael Jackson, and it was because of MJ that he decided to become a dancer. You can see the influence Michael Jackson has on his choreography in every solo project he does. Exhibit A, Move.
Let's dance.
On the surface, this song seems extremely simple. Taemin's just a dude, and he's trying to seduce someone and make them fall for him, and he's like, oh, I'm really cool, and you're totally gonna fall for me, and like all this stuff. But if you dig deeper, Taemin seems like he's like a cult leader or like Lucifer, and he's using the song to entice someone to follow him. If you dig even deeper, which I'm not really gonna get into, it could be interpreted as a metaphor for the entertainment industry. Also, some of the lyrics on this second part aren't the same as the ones from the first part, but the ones from the first part are the correct ones, and they're the ones that I'm going off. But I already saved the video, and it would take way too long to go and like save it again and erase everything, so just deal with it, I guess. I don't know. Here, the cult leader or Satan or entertainer or whatever is making a statement that he's confident in. He's saying, you will be incomplete without me, you will be thirsting for more from the moment you lay your eyes on me. Like, as soon as you see me, you'll be hooked. Which is honestly a really good hook to a song. It's the first line. It's his like way to draw you into the song, besides all the bass. This is the first of many times he mentions heat or being hot or anything like that in the song. The lighting turns red too, which symbolizes heat, you know? Because like everything that's hot is red, or a lot of stuff that's hot is red, including hell. And if he's Satan, when he's saying from your instincts to your reasoning, he's basically saying despite your instincts and reasoning, something is still happening, something that's enticing. He's there and he's the one, despite all reason, that is causing those feelings in you. And to show this, his arms go all wonky in the music video. Like there's like 8 arms instead of 2, and that's not reasonable. That's not something you would think would happen. He repeats this line at like the end of every verse and the chorus and everything, and it's mostly to like really just drive home that message of like you're gonna want him and you're going to want to follow him, to really just cram that message in there, to just shove it in your brain. This line focuses a lot on imagery and your senses. Like it's talking about the feeling that is just creeping up through your fingertips and encasing your whole body. And also in the music video, his hands are over his eyes, and like that's a sense, like sight is a sense. And you can see the wind blowing through his hair, and it's almost like you can feel it. He's trying to make you feel the song. He mentions the heat again, which really makes me believe the Lucifer theory I have, to be honest. I mean, come on, he's in a red suit. He has snakes all over him. It's the most likely theory in my opinion. With the prisoner to it all part, he's saying he has you trapped or enchanted or hooked. And honestly, who has people trapped in hell? We've finally made it to the chorus. Yay. The whole music video does a really good job with the whole teasing you slowly thing. The video isn't just a couple long shots. It's a whole bunch of little tiny things, and they're split up and they're so fast, and you have to like watch the video like 3 or 4 times just to see exactly what's in each frame, which I think is partially to like stay true to the lyrics or whatever and tease you a little bit, but also so he can get more views and so he can win more awards because people are watching it so many times.
더 빠져들고 싶게 한
Alright, so I might be a little bit crazy and I might be reading a little bit too much into this, but this line really reminded me of middle school. For many teenage girls, cute boys that can sing and dance are and sometimes that initial, wow, these guys are cute and talented, can sort of spiral out of control. In other words, a lot of the time, there's no limit to how hard some teenage girls fall for guys they'll most likely never meet. Which supports the case of this song being a giant metaphor for the entertainment industry. He compares the person he's trying to seduce or entice to a deep sea, something that's mysterious and has a lot of potential. He says he's going to wake up the silence under the deep sea. I understand it to be like he's lifting the veil or like uncovering the mystery within and therefore allowing you to see what you couldn't see about yourself before. He also repeats the words hot hot, which is an anaphora, I think that's how you pronounce it, which creates emphasis and appeals to the emotions of the audience and encourages them to follow him. Adam and Eve, anyone? This line is an allusion to the story of Adam and Eve from the Bible, in which, if you didn't know, Eve gets tempted by Lucifer, who's a snake in the story, to eat the forbidden fruit, which is commonly referred to as an apple. He basically says following him leads to nice things or like sweet things and is muy tempting. At this point, the music video goes from widescreen to full screen. In movies, this is used to let the audience see a little bit more of what's going on, and I think that's what he was doing as well, but it also just adds like impact. The music just fits the change so well. He really emphasizes that he will awaken your senses and that following him yields sweet rewards. So if you follow him, you won't regret it. The lyrics in this sweet flow are very like drawn out and almost flowy, and the music video seems to like slow down and get less fast-paced, at least for this little moment. Here he uses more anaphora, I still don't know, or just plain repetition to again emphasize his point and to persuade, inspire, motivate, and encourage the person to follow him. This really reminded me of Aladdin. Anyway, with this line, he's kind of establishing his credibility. At least, that's how I see it. He's saying that if you follow him, he'll show you a whole new world. It's kind of like he's saying, oh, I'm not so bad. Look, I'll show you all these cool new things and I'll open your eyes. I interpreted this to be like ignorance is bliss, and who wouldn't want to live in bliss? So it's only logical to follow him, right? He also looks very soft and like innocent in this part of the music video, as if to say, oh, how harmful could I really be? This is him appealing to logic. He's saying, trust yourself, go with your gut, which are good things to do usually. But if you remember in the beginning of the song, he said basically that your instincts and reasoning are going to lead you to him. So he's trying to make it out like it's your choice, when in the beginning of the song, he was all, no matter what, you're gonna follow me.
너의 소리를 들어봐 넌 뭘 원해 난 네가 몰랐던 걸 알게 할
Okay, so he's really out here trying to convince you that this is all your choice. This is something that you, on your own, are like deciding to do. He's all, oh, do what you want. Listen to your heart, listen to your soul. Open your eyes. But at the same time, in the beginning of the song, he was very sure of the fact that as soon as you saw him, you'd be hooked. Also, look at all those snakes. There is a lot of Adam and Eve imagery here. He's saying that he'll make you realize what you never knew, aka eat the fruit of knowledge, aka the forbidden fruit, aka Adam and Eve.
더 원하게 될 테니 더 천천히 너를 애태우게 한계 없이 더 빠져들고 싶게 널 심해 및 그 고요를 깨운 날 더 원하게 될 테니 더 타오르게 된
I don't think this analysis would be complete unless I touched on the choreography a little bit. Okay, so in the beginning of the song, he's all alone. And then once it gets to the first I'll leave you wanting for more, thirsting for more part, two guys come in and they stay with him all the way up until the second leave you wanting for more, thirsting for more part, when two more guys come in and they all stay together for like the hot part. And they're all doing the same dance moves as him, like it's pretty much perfectly synchronized. And after the first like hot like chorus part, a girl walks across the stage and he sort of like leans toward her, but then she walks away like faster than he can sort of reach her, I guess. And as soon as she leaves, they all start moving more like sporadically and crazily, but then they get it together for the second hot part. While they're dancing to the chorus and the want more parts, it's more sensual and like alluring, and then they ruin it with a weird fish move. And then the girl comes back when he sings I'm your eyes and like I'm your toy and all that. So I think she's the target of the song, like not in total, but for the choreography's sake, she is the audience or the person he's talking to and trying to get to follow him. And they're sort of far away from each other when he first starts singing to her and she like comes out on stage, but then by the end they're like right next to each other and he kind of reaches out, but she walks away. And the next time he sings the will leave you wanting more, thirsting for more part, he seems like sporadic and crazy and he does all these like weird leg movements. And the hot dance move goes from like sensual and alluring to like very sporadic and just quick cut movements. And now there are 6 people on stage with him, like his backup dancers that aren't the girl he's talking to. And then he's alone for the end of the song. I honestly couldn't analyze every single thing in this music video because there's so many different scenes and so many different cuts. But some main things I want to point out are the use of the color red in the lighting and the suit and the cross. I'd also like to point out the snakes. There were a lot of them, and that ties into like the Lucifer, Adam and Eve theory. When he said open your eyes, there was a big picture of him with his eyes covered in the background. He had this face mask / muzzle thing on in one of the shots, and that coupled with the covered eyes reminded me of the see no evil, speak no evil saying. The video and song both have this sort of dark, sinister undertone, which is always interesting to see in Taemin's music because he is so far from that in real life. He's really humble and like goofy, and his stage persona is just a completely different person So it's really cool to see that in his videos and through his music. I used to be really into K-pop in the 9th grade, but recently I've sort of fallen out of it and I don't really listen to it as much. Seeing this really brought back some memories. I hope you enjoyed. I tried to make it as accessible as possible, because I know not everybody knows a whole bunch about K-pop. Not everybody was obsessed with K-pop in 9th grade. So I wanted to make sure everyone could at least kind of understand what I was talking about. Thanks for watching, and please enjoy this short SNL clip. Goodbye.
알바생 샤이니에 태민 닮지 않았어? 나도 그 생각했는데. 우리 한번 물어볼까? 저기요. 저희 담내주신 분? 혹시 샤이니 태민 닮았다는 얘기 안 들어보셨어요? 맞아요! 닮았어요!
아, 태민 잘생기고 춤 잘 추고 노래도 잘하고 섹시하고 귀엽고 완벽한 그 태민 얘기하는
네, 맞아요. 똑같이 생겼어요.
이 자식이 날 닮은 거지 무슨 소리 하는 거야?
아, 저기 그러면요. 태민 노래 한 번만 불러주시면 안 돼요?
전혀 몰라요 진짜.
제발.
사실 그 pressure 넘어 뭐 이런 뭐 이쯤 해둘까? 하지만 착각하지 마. 네? 너희들 좋으라고 한 거 아니니까.